guys. Okay, so a little bit of a new setup this week. I like it. We have not been able to win a game since I was with you guys last, but I mean, we're still playing so hard. As coaches, it gets a little bit tiring to hear that your team is playing really hard and you're not winning games. But we're super proud of the effort that the girls continue to put forth. On Friday night at St. Joe Central, we were right in the game again. We hit a 3 with a minute left to pull us within 3, and then hit a 2, and then gave up a long layup. So, just those little things that we're pretty young that we just can't quite get over the hump on. Pretty proud of us that we were right in that game, though. St. Joe Central is leading our conference right now. And then Monday night, we hosted Park Hill South. And again, we were ahead by 1 with about 4 minutes left, and they put some pressure on us, and we kind of melted under that and didn't quite handle that as well as we should. So gives us some things to work on. Just proud of our girls that they're in games. We just got to get our field goal percentage up, our free throw percentage up, and hopefully we'll start to pull off some wins in these games. So, we've got Liberty again Friday night, and we're real ready, excited for them, as we always are. So, what questions do you guys have for us today?
Me and Emerson, how do you think she feels being the only senior on the team?
Me and I talked about that before her senior night. I think it's a heavy responsibility to shoulder the leadership, the senior leadership on her own, but she's doing a really good job. She is really mature for her age, and just handling all of our youth and all of the expectations we have as coaches on her very well. We're proud of how she played on senior night. She came away with 9 rebounds, which is a really good performance for a guard, and she's actually one of our get-back girls, so she shouldn't have that many rebounds, but she has a nose for the ball. So we're just proud of how Mia's handled being the only senior.
How are you and the team working during practice to keep games in reach? It seems recently like games have been close. Little mistakes cause the game to turn quickly. How are you working to remedy that?
Yeah, I'll be honest, as coaches, yesterday we decided that we're going to make practices harder than games. And so I walked by some pretty mopey players who didn't like getting shoot out so much in practice, but we decided that maybe our practices need to be harder than our games, because at this point it seems like our games are harder than our practices. So we're kind of changing that up and getting on them a little bit more for their small mistakes in practice, so that maybe those don't come in games. So we'll see if that works. This week has been a good week. Yesterday when we were running our 50 series, which is our offensive set, saw some really good looks out of that from us being we were honing in on some things and make sure they were taking threes off of inside outs and not off of a guard-to-guard pass, and making sure that they were attacking when the attack is right. And so hopefully that's a change that we can make that will get us to score in those crucial times when we're right in the game.
Transitioning to the next Liberty game, tipping off, you guys are going to be later than you normally are. How's that going to change the preparation and kind of the feel of the game, since you're going to be playing after the boys game, which will change the kind of landscape, the entire feeling of the basketball gym? So
it changes a lot for us. I was actually talking about it with some of the girls. It's like we have the whole afternoon to ourselves, which will be really weird, and a Liberty North boys game is never not exciting. So they're going to be wanting to watch that and hype watching that, and so it never goes short. So we figure we're going to even go a little bit later than an 8:30 tip. We've had some girls joke that maybe they're going to fall asleep on the bench before, and we'll have to wake them up to play. But overall, I don't think there's any one of our girls who doesn't get their energy up to play Liberty, and so I think we'd play them at 5 in the morning, or we'll play them at 8:30 at night. We're just ready to play against them again and try to get that win this time.
So Kale Newland, you're going to play her again. Mm-hmm. How do you plan on stopping her this time?
Yeah. Kale scored the first 8 out of 12 points. I think we went down 12-0, and she just pretty much dominated us in the post. When I watched film this week, I saw that she's going off of post-to-post screens, and so we worked a lot on defending those yesterday. We worked on defending double screens. The bottom line is we just have to be tough. Keel's a seasoned senior, already has her scholarship lined up. She's really smart, plays very physical and tough with her body, and we have some girls that can match up to that they just don't have the experience that she has. So we're just going to trust that our youth will play hard and not give up. And what a great opportunity to play a kid like that. I mean, that's how I go off of. That's what I like to tell people, is who wouldn't want to guard the best player on the floor? And so that's going to make you better for when you're a senior, and that's her job as a senior when she plays against people. And we respect her and look forward to seeing if we can stop her this time.
So with 5 games left in the regular season, how do you and the team plan to finish?
Well, our goal is to come away with 10 wins right now. So we're sitting at 8 wins. We have Raytown away, which is a tougher one than Raytown at home. And then these are games that we are in, and we feel like maybe people don't think we should win, but we've got to pull off 1 or 2 games that we shouldn't win. And I feel like the first time through the conference, the girls saw that maybe we could do that. And then we're on our second time through, and at Park Hill South Monday night, we're up 1, and then they just kind of crumble. So they have to start believing what we're saying as coaches, what our fans believe, what people see when they see them play hard. They have to start believing that they can beat a team that nobody thinks they should beat. And once we beat one of them, I think then we'll be okay. So ultimately, I appreciate you guys and your support of us. I know our record is sitting at 8-11. I had to look it up before, and 1-5 in conference. But the message that we're continuing to send to the girls is that failure is good. Like, failure is where you learn, and failure is where you grow. And we want them to take risks, and we want them to make mistakes in games, so that next year and the next year and the next year, we're not making those and we're competing for a state title. But they have to play through that failure and take those risks. So thanks, guys, so much. We appreciate you, and look forward to Friday night, late night.
Thank you.
Yeah.